welcome back to our channel. No one could have guessed that behind Hayley's sweet, gentle exterior and loving words was a terrible secret that could destroy everything. A terrible shock. An unforgivable betrayal, and an elaborate drama were set up, all revealed in just one fateful moment. When Bill accidentally discovered a seemingly harmless medical record. He had no idea that his life was about to fall into an abyss of betrayal, pain, and anger. What you are about to witness is not only a story of love and lies, but also a journey of a man facing the most brutal truth anyone can encounter in life. Get ready, because it's just beginning. There was no sign of what was to come. No flicker of caution that crossed Bill's mind during what seemed like the most peaceful days of his life. It all started with a simple curiosity. A chance moment that he never expected would forever shatter his trust in the woman he had once considered his everything. One late afternoon in his office, while searching for an important insurance document, he came across a half-closed envelope on the desk. It wasn't his habit, but his instincts made him pick it up and open it. The papers inside were medical records, the name was Hayley, and the details were printed in cold, scientific type: permanent, irreversible infertility, with no possibility of pregnancy through any form of assisted reproductive medicine. As his eyes scanned the words, his heartbeat seemed to stop for a moment. His heart was clenched, his head spinning, each beat becoming erratic. He couldn't believe his eyes. But the documents bearing the hospital seal, complete with doctors' signatures and dates, were undeniable evidence. Hayley, who only a few days ago had spoken of the child in her womb with sparkling eyes, in a voice filled with love, could not possibly be pregnant. Impossible. A cold feeling crept down Bill's spine. He sat down quickly, his hands clutching the documents as if it were the only truth he could cling to amid the whirlwind of doubt and pain. Memories came flooding back, the times Hayley had placed her hand on her belly, telling him about the changes in her body during pregnancy, the times she had complained of being tired, of craving strange foods, and the time she had smiled brightly when he bought her baby clothes. Every little detail, every affectionate gesture, now turned into sharp fragments, stabbing into the fragile trust he had placed in her. The pain of betrayal was more than a cut, it was a slow blade piercing through his chest, stirring up the deepest wounds. Bill collapsed back into his chair, staring into space. In that moment, he was no longer himself. He was a man whose trust had been stripped away, pushed to the deepest depths of doubt. Skepticism not only about Hayley, but also about the sweet past they had shared. If Hayley couldn't have children, then where did the pregnancy she claimed was his really come from? Or was it just a cleverly staged act to keep him by her side? Or was there a deeper purpose? The questions haunted Bill like inescapable ghosts. He searched through his memories, trying to find the signs he had missed. Was Hayley's averted gaze when she mentioned the hospital a warning? Were the calls she received furtively in the middle of the night related to the secret? Rage and hurt combined to make him almost lose control of his emotions. He slammed his fist on the table, furious not only at Hayley's lies, but also at his own naivety and blindness. He, who had always prided himself on being sober, rational and strong, was controlled by a lie painted with gentleness and a fragile appearance. From that moment, a different Bill was born. No longer the gentle and romantic man who dreamed of a small family with Hayley. He becomes a truth seeker, willing to turn every corner, face every pain just to find the answer. He secretly monitors Hayley's every move, sets up cameras, checks messages, and even hires investigators. Each new discovery is another stab in his heart. Mysterious meetings, unexplained hospital visits, bills paid to a strange woman he has never known, all point to a prearranged plot, an elaborate plan in which he is the main target. As the truth gradually emerged, Bill discovered information even more shocking than the medical records. Hayley had hired a surrogate mother, a secret deal made through an intermediary. This woman, according to the investigation records, had a history of serious financial difficulties, and had agreed to be a surrogate mother in exchange for a large sum of money. Her identity was kept secret, but every piece of evidence confirmed, the fetus that Hayley kept calling our child did not actually have her blood, and perhaps did not even have Bill's blood. The crisis overwhelmed Bill to the point that he could not sleep for many nights. He could not eat, could not work, could not face Hayley without seeing a ghost of a lie. He did not know which was more painful, the truth or the fact that he had fallen in love with someone so fake. He had trusted her completely, had planned a future with her, had thought that the child would be their eternal bond. But now, he was left with only doubt, hurt, and hatred. The incident was not only an emotional shock, but also a blow to Bill's honor and self-esteem. As a man with a reputation in the financial world, being deceived by such a sophisticated woman made him feel like a fool driven by emotions. The simmering anger inside him turned into a burning fire, no longer a personal pain but an honorable battle that he had to win. Bill decided to take action. He quietly gathered enough evidence, tried to verify the identity of the surrogate mother, sent a DNA sample for testing. Every step was painful, but he could not back down. He needed the truth, not to forgive, but to have closure. And when the DNA test results finally came back, the worst was confirmed: he had no biological connection to the child Hayley had always been proud to be his. It wasn't just a slap. It was the complete end of any hope that remained in Bill's heart. He looked at Hayley, the woman who had been the love of his life, with cold eyes. No more anger, no more pain. Just emptiness. Pure hatred. She could cry, beg, explain that she just wanted to keep him by her side, that she did everything out of love. But to Bill, every word now was just poison. He had died inside her from the moment she held that fateful medical record in her hands. And now, all that remained was a broken man, rising from the ashes of his faith, vowing that no one would ever hurt him again. Bill is no longer the same person, he no longer believes in love, and he cannot forgive the lies that have destroyed all the trust he once had. His life has entered a new chapter full of suspicion and coldness. But is this the end for Hayley? Will she accept the collapse, or will she continue to plot new schemes to survive? And Bill? After all, will he choose to forgive, take revenge, or turn his back forever? The story does not end here. The hidden secrets, the unresolved knots and unpredictable events will continue to draw the audience into a whirlwind of emotions and surprises. Don't miss the next developments that will make your heart skip a beat and doubt everything you believe in. Follow and subscribe to our channel now so you don't miss any shocking developments coming your way. The tragedy has only just begun, and you definitely don't want to be the one who comes after.